I mentioned we got our outside zone from the radio. You got your little LED light strip that's controlled from that control panel,
Okay.
and obviously our awning. Now the awning, you can adjust the tilt, the pitch of the awning to these just by pulling it. So let's say you're camping out and you're hanging out in that area, and this is slight to moderate rain coming, so you don't want water to pool in the middle of the awning.
Right.
So you pull this, and it allows for water to drain off to this side.
Okay.
Or you can, if you're hanging out in this area, then you can put this one up and that one down. The same.
Right.
So it's adjustable. You don't have to mess with these again when you put the awning.
That's what I was gonna say. So it doesn't matter what angle it's at when you retract it. It's gonna. Okay.
Yeah. When it comes back out, it's gonna come back to the same position.
Okay.
So, here, these doors have magnetic catches.
Right.
You have a water sprayer that connects back there. I'll show you where it goes.
Okay.
It's got a quick connect, so it just snaps.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna adapt that to my boat. Because I got a raw water on the boat.
These things, this is for I think lowering the spare tire that's in the back,
Okay.
and this is for you have these stabilizer jacks.
Okay.
They're electric, but it does have a manual override in case the battery's dead or
Right.
they stop functioning for whatever reason.
So where does that engage on the jack?
It's on one side. If it's not this side, it's going to be on the other side. You'll see
Okay.
it not.
Okay, but there's nothing to disengage if the battery's dead?
No, you
Okay.
just stick this in there
And start cranking.
Start
Okay.
cranking.
All right.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. Then you have this manual crank for your electric tongue jack.
Okay.
You just take off that cap and you can insert that and move it manually.
Same thing if the battery's dead.
Yeah,
you
if the
can.
battery's
Okay.
dead or it
Okay.
stops working.
All right.
And then you have this additional storage by lifting this door like so. And it's got a magnetic catch up there. And you got more space here.
Okay. Okay.
And that slides out.
Right.
Put stuff in there. Back down. So, pretty nice.
So the light in there, does that shut off automatically or is it switched?
This one's got a motion sensor.
Okay.
See that little
All right.
ball right there. Whenever you
Okay.
see that little ball there, that means it's got a motion sensor.
Okay, so it'll shut itself down. Okay.
Now this door does have a deadbolt. It's got a regular catch and a deadbolt. So when you see that,
Okay.
that's a deadbolt.
Right.
And that's operated from this key here.
Okay.
And this key up here just for the latch.
Okay.
It locks that thing.
Right. Okay.
So it's got two ways to lock it. This is where you add water to the onboard freshwater tank.
Okay.
I guess if you're trying to fill it, you're just gonna put water in there until water starts spitting out that little vent.
Okay. So, question on the freshwater tank. We're going to be hooked up to city water, I would say, almost all the time.
Uh-huh.
So, should I just empty this at some point?
I would keep a little bit of water in there, but and maybe put a little bit of bleach, like a half a cup of bleach in there.
Just so it can slosh around or something?
Well, just to keep it from any bacteria from growing and stuff. And yeah, sloshing around will help it, kind of distribute. But like my trailer, I haven't used it in like 3 years, 4 years. I put like 2 cups of bleach in there because I know that either way that water's going to be real funky.
With a couple of gallons of water, and then you just run it out when you...
Yeah, and then when you're going to actually use it, and you just run it all out and refill it, maybe
Right.
run it out one more time just
Okay.
to flush it a little
So
bit.
there's not really a drain on this tank?
There's a drain underneath
Underneath the trailer, okay.
Yeah, so you can drain
Yeah,
it.
because what I'm wondering about too is it gets really cold.
Yeah,
Do y'all have to winterize around here or not really? Or
we did last year for the first time in a long, long time. But yeah, normally around here you don't have to. Last year was the first. Like it got down to what, like 14 degrees. Yeah. Almost every trailer on the lot busted because
oh wow.
we didn't get a chance to winterize them because nobody.
You usually don't have to.
Huh?
Yeah.
I know, but it was like a whole week in advance. They were telling us, hey, it's going to get cold, but get your stuff ready, and nobody got anything ready
Right.
until We didn't start winterizing till like 3 hours before closing,
Right.
which meant we winterized like 3 or 4 units, and the rest of them like,
Yeah.
okay, I think we got insurance for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Most of the time it doesn't get that cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At what point? I guess my question is, like, if it's going down to 28 degrees overnight, but it's
That's
only
when you want to take some kind of measures for holding it. Yeah.
okay. So even overnight, okay, yeah,
Yeah, like usually 28 degrees and lower for an extended amount of time is when damage can occur to stuff.
okay. So either you need to be in the trailer running it or
Right.
drain everything at that point.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's when stuff happens. Or
Yeah.
even if if you got it in storage and not using it, you might want to just turn on the furnace.
Right.
Leave the furnace running.
Right. That'll keep the belly warm.
That'll keep the belly warm.
Well,
as
inside too, yeah, that's
Inside
right,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll keep stuff from getting messed up.
Okay.
Outside 110 outlet.
Okay.
This is your hot water heater.
Right.
Not really anything to do with. Every now and then you want to take a peek in here, make sure there's no mud daubers or
Right.
spider webs. They like to make a nest up in that where the burner is.
Right.
There.
So is this is part of your winterization too, right? Is it? How would I drain this? Is that it right here?
That plug right there.
Okay.
Pull that
That's
plug
my
out.
drain. Okay.
However, don't do that until you make sure that
You
unit's
gotta turn
off and
everything
cooled
off,
off,
yeah.
and then you gotta pull this to release the pressure, and a bunch of water will spit out.
Right.
Then you can take off that plug.
Okay.
Do not do that without that.
Either pull. That's a TPR valve. Pull that, or couldn't I do the same inside by just opening a faucet?
You can do this.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Yeah, usually if I'm doing it, I do it from right there because
Okay.
it's.
Where's this
convenient right
discharge?
there. Up against this metal,
Okay.
flashing, and then it'll
All right.
just spit out
Okay.
and
All right.
roll down the side there.
All right.
Doesn't really hurt anything. But yeah, just be mindful of spider webs because if this thing gets clogged up, it cannot exhaust the fumes and it will not let this thing fire.
Okay. It's got a probably a sensor in there, a heat sensor. It gets too hot and it shuts it
does.
down. Yeah.
It does. Yep.
Well, that's much better. I mean, that was. What'd y'all have to do to the hinge? Do you know? Or it
What's
was,
that?
The hinge was like creaking and cracking and everything before.
Oh yeah, I'm not aware of that.
Okay.
I'm not sure what they did to it.
Yeah, they did something to it. Okay.
Obviously you got a little light here. Storage. You got outlets.
Okay.
Sink, and then you have your neat little griddle set up here.
Okay.
This thing you have to plug it in. There's an outlet back there where it's got a quick connect, where it connects through.
I'm not seeing it.
No, you have to. I think it's right where this. Right back here. It's hard to see it, but that's where it goes down where that cable